Hello and welcome to my Twin Flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the December reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus and Mars. So be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for additional messages. Also keep in mind these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I also may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with. Apply the energy as it may fit to your situation. I also deal with a lot of shadow work. So whether you were the doer of the misdeeds or on the receiving end of them, I advise both sides of the coin because we have good and bad, both aspects to ourselves. So again, apply it as it may fit. And if it doesn't fit, don't force it to fit. If you'd like a personal reading, of course, all the information is below. If you would like to support the channel and make a donation, donations are greatly appreciated. How to do that is also below. And again, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notifications button to be alerted of future videos. Of course, leave comments. I help you, you help me, and we help the collective. Now, is there anything else? I figured for the end of the year, last month, I wanted to do a law of attraction spread for everybody to kind of, what do we need to resolve, this last month so that we can attract better things in the new year. That was kind of like my idea for the spread. So hopefully we get some good advice here that we can take into the new year. This here is the vibration that you're currently sending out. This is something that you need to be more open to receiving. What will come when you are more open to this represents the next steps that you have to take, the leap of faith. This is how can you manifest even more successfully. And this is the message from the higher self, source energy, and spirit. And of course, this is the why to each one. This is, I asked, what chakra do you need to work on clearing to kind of help you to, again, attract better things. And you had two things come out, and I stopped there because, again, my readings are too long. And then, of course, we have the overview, advice in regards to love, other advice, what challenge or obstacle that you might need to kind of overcome here. And then, of course, we have some reality checks in the back of what lessons that we can take with us in order to, into the new year, to attract better things for ourselves. So that is the gist of it all. Let us start, I guess, with the overview. We have truth be told. The owl, he looks mad too. And that bird giving a look of like, kind of intense there. Opening up Pandora's box in some ways. Number 14. Oh, look at that. I opened right to the page. The essential meanings of this card is honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent. It's also clarity of communication. The oracle's message, there is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is, peeling off the layers of denial that keep you tied to an illusion, will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. Relationship message, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. Again, I always say, I don't trust words because words are illusions. I don't trust actions because actions can also be done to serve agendas. What I trust in is patterns of behavior. That tells me all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based on your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. Prosperity message. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write, and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here, too. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. Now, as I mentioned to many people, myself included, and I am a Pisces sun sign, and Pisces in the Venus. And I think it's somewhere else too. I got a lot of water. Um, a lot of the emphasis is for people to kind of get on their paths. Financial karma, and in the advice or the romance, you did get finances and career there as well. We have Ten of Pentacles here as well, which speaks about financial security. Queen of Pentacles speaks about somebody who's, financially secure, but this one's upside down. So again, we're not possibly not tapping into our full potential as far as opportunity for growth, development of a skill, pursuit of a dream or a calling, or again, mastering skills or whatever it is to get you kind of. And I can relate. Many of us are masters at procrastination as well as stinking thinking. But this is again encouraging people to kind of get on their path. Believe and achieve. Believe it, see it, believe it, achieve it, right? I think that's another one that came out. It's about, again, believing in yourself and what you can manifest, believing in your talents but working at it, Um, as Michael Jackson said, he says, learn from the greats and become greater. You know, and to use him or many people as a reference, these people constantly practiced, constantly learned more, constantly, like, it drove them to become the best at what they did. And again, and for many, but that takes, again, a really high drive of wanting to achieve, and again, and believing in your talents, even if you have self-esteem issues in other areas, but there was a focus and a drive. And sometimes, again, that can fall by the wayside, or again, procrastination. So for many, myself included, they're trying to say, get on it, get your shit together. Get in your studies, get on your path, get focused here. And because the financial karma is the next one on the list to kind of tick off as far as karmic lessons, right? Protection message. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? This is for the shady people, or dealing with shady people. You're unhappy. If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. As I said, now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. That's why you get the Queen of Swords here. As soon as somebody comes, you know, don't come corrected, don't come at all, don't come with no shady shit, because this person will be like, flater, flater, later, person there. Now it's time to say this. No, say no to dishonesty. In all forms, ask for truth, even if you don't like what you hear. Acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Like I said, people that are shady, those masculines that were constantly, you know, using people as means to an end, and lying about their feelings just so they can have living situations or whatever the hell they was doing. You know, as I said, that's got to be a heavy cross to bear, wearing so many masks, lying so much you believe your own lies, or slipping up because you tell so many, can't keep track, right? It's hard to keep track, but again, some people have become masters of deception. That's what I said. Watch out. Ugh. Set yourself free. Nothing less than the truth is required now. That's what I said. Don't even think about it. So that is truth be told. So obviously, needing for some self-honesty. Some people might be needing to be honest with other people. Some people need to watch. You guys got any past people trying to come back around? Check people's motives. Make sure that they're not feeding you a bunch of shites, you know. And if you're the one coming back, don't be trying to feed a bunch of shite to get to, again, serve your interests. Again, how you show up. It's about out with the old, in with the new. Ways of being, ways of thinking, you know, the shit that wasn't working or has got to go. And again, honesty is key, even in regards to, again, our career stuff. We're needing to get on that as well. Now, the challenge or obstacle here is the Phoenix. Resurrection, surrender to change. Again, like I said, out with the old, in with the new. Rising like the Phoenix from all the bullshit that we've been through. Some of us for freaking years over here. I said, about to be like the Phoenix. Rising up from the ashes. From the broken bits that perhaps Shady left you in, that's probably trying to come back around. It says don't let people, you know, play a fool twice. Use discernment, people. The Phoenix appears as your ally to celebrate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that you've just passed through a metaphorical experience of death. Yeah. Or are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the Phoenix. It's kind of like the death card, you know, the resurrection here. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes from one ending directly into a new beginning. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rises up whole and new and even more powerful with every death it experiences. Yeah, more powerful, but you know, the soul is weary. This could signal an end of a relationship or of a dynamic within one, or an end of a job, a project, or even a life. Oof. Yeah, maybe the old life, right? How we showed up, how we allowed others to show up, you know, mindsets, belief systems, whatever dysfunctions or bad habits or whatever it is, right? That old person or that old stuff got to go. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. It's funny because that's kind of what I've been feeling in regards to this channel, yeah? Whatever the case, the death of the old and a celebration of new life are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for a rebirth is imminent. So again, the winds of change are blowing, and it's time to get our ducks in a row for the new year, right? And then here we have opportunity in the near future. So opportunity, of course, is can come to us, so we have to make our own opportunities. And in the near future, it's here. What you are asking about will occur very soon, so you won't have to wait much longer. Stay optimistic and continue upon your current path. Be open to receiving. So again, some kind of opportunity may present itself here, or again, we need to create our own opportunities. Opportunity, positive growth, and expansion is on the horizon for you. This opportunity may bring with it inspiration and insight, or it could be the chance you've been waiting for to take action on ideas you already have. You may be seeking to manifest the chance to create changes in your career. Again, talk about those finances. Buy or sell a home, or bring romance into your life. Oh, not me. Whatever your desires, your angels are about to open a door of possibilities for you. So step right through. So there we have that. And I'll do the chakras after, and the love, and the things. So let's get into this part of it. And again, oh, sorry, I don't remember the questions here. Yes, the vibration that we're currently emitting is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is kind of what you're thinking about. Long-term stability, careers, foundations, legacies, building up our finances. Again, this is about family life, stability. Oh, darn it. We have Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And under that, we have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Cups reverse, Five of Cups reverse, King of Pentacles reverse, Hermit reverse, and then this is, Six of Pentacles. Five of Wands, too, trying to come out of conflict. Somebody's trying to probably make some kind of offers, the opportunity, where perhaps they were given before to one situation, now they wanted to give to you, or we're needing to find our own balance, financial balance within our own selves here, get out of our thoughts, conflicting thoughts, which way do I go, what do I do, this and that and the other. This leads to, procrastination in some ways, because it's just being in the head, coming out of isolation, or somebody's coming out. So somebody might be coming back around, or we're needing to come out of isolation. You know what I mean? Oh, we got King of Pentacles here in reverse. Again, this is somebody whose the finances are all fucked up, or somebody, again, who's codependent. It might be that masculine that's, you know what I'm saying? Then we got Five of Cups in reverse. This is being all in the woest, or trying to get out of feeling in the woest, or regretful, or what have you. Maybe someone's trying to come in and say they're sorry about how they were moochy. Right? And for their narcissistic, cheating, playaways here. Or we're not wanting to accept any offers that are coming in because we're thinking about the past stuff and how somebody was whatever. Maybe trying to get out of our own isolation, get out there and find a more reciprocal give and take relationship with somebody else. Maybe we're standing our ground here, or again, trying to block people out from making bullshit offers. I don't know. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Wheel of Fortune upright, of course, is the karmic wheel. So again, we got a lot of karmic situations, retrograde, past people, clearing up karma, closing doors, opening whatever it is here for the shift, for the new, etc., etc. But in the reverse, it's all about feeling like we got bad luck or things not working out in our favor. Again, that might be how some people feel. Feeling out of control, that their life is out of control, feeling like they got to defend. It says, again, if this defend their shady behavior, I don't know if this is, whatever side of the coin you're on here. It's about delays, again, negative forces at play outside of your control, feeling helpless, powerless in a situation, poor decisions and the consequences of them. Again, if it's dealing with either side, it's people reflecting on, the past, the karma that we've incurred in our life, what we need to learn from to allow that wheel to turn, to have better things come into our lives again. And it's about living and learning from our poor decisions or poor behaviors or what have you, learning from the consequences, looking for ways to turn it around and make the best out of bad situations. This also warns that it's not a time for taking any risks, or there's a need to be cautious. Assess your options and select the safest bet. Now, originally, I did a Celtic cross spread for this. And this was the outcome. It was the same card, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And we also had surrounding Pisces was the Seven of Swords. In the near future, there was like the Devil card. Then the top was the Lovers. And then over here was like the Hierophant. So again, long-term choices that are going to affect us in the long term, important ones. Recognizing again if we got shady characters in our midst, or if we've been shady or what have you. And then with the devil, making sure we're not dealing with our own codependent tendencies or taking on other people's stuff. Again, people claiming that they've changed and they haven't. Maybe some might be offering marriage or commitment or what have you. Again, you use discernment about whatever comes flying your way, whether it's old or new. Obviously take things slow. Make sure we're still healing before we deal. Focus again on our careers and stuff like that. But there is something coming in. And again, it might just be the karmic situation coming to test you to see if you've learned the lesson, especially if you've been separated. Could be a new opportunity for a new beginning. Might not be in love, might just be in friendship or business, or again, however this soulmate was in your life. Because again, soulmates could be friends, family, what have you. Relationship. But just watch out. Obviously, there's an opportunity for something to shift here. Now, whether you entertain that old situation again because someone is trying to say now that they want to work on stuff, but you still got to keep an eye on them because they still have a tendency, again, because people don't, if people have a history of a certain behavior pattern, it will be very difficult for that person to change, and people don't change overnight. And if people are coming back from a situation they just left, and they're trying to jump into something else with you right away, watch out for the hobosexual. As I tell everybody, people that jump from relationship to relationship, looking more for financial security and stability and all that, then it's more about that than actual love. Again, check people's motives, making sure that we make the right choices for the right reasons, and that we don't cling to people just because we don't want to be alone, or because this is what we've wanted for so long. Again, what you want and what you need could be two different things. Standards, values, lessons learned, applying them, using wisdom, discernment. You could end up rejecting this situation, or again, depending on if it wasn't a love situation, if it was just a friendship or it's just a whatever. Again, but don't play the fool. Depends on what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with narcissistic types, you're setting yourself up. But some of you might have to deal with these people. I don't know if you got them in the family, or if you got, sharing kids with these people or whatever. Maybe there just needs to be some kind of wisdom applied, and make sure we got our barriers or boundaries or what have you in a way that's safe to navigate with this person if you need to have them. If it's a relationship partner, that's up to you, and what that person is about, and what their likelihood of change or being truthful all the time, or if there's somebody who keeps falling back into those lies, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Um, but again, this is either what we're thinking of, and even if we were the shady masculine, you know, like I said, check your motives, who you're committing to and why you're committing to it, or they're thinking about their own finances. Maybe they're waking up to their stuff, trying to think again about long term, building something, whether that's finances, relationship, both. Um, Now, again, culmination of fulfillment, family, accomplishments, financial security, and comfort. Enjoying the fruits of your labor is satisfaction in what's created. This is also about, in regards to our career. Um, it's a 10, so it's a point of completion, or we're looking to achieve it. Improved career paths, solid financial reserves, committed long-term relationships, pride in our success, sharing to show that we care. Like I said, some people might be presenting some kind of money or a payback or a financial or business opportunity. But again, make sure you read the fine print, because sometimes it's just to get a foot back in the door. You know what I'm saying? It's just watch out. I don't mean to throw a curve, but again, you got to keep it real. Not everything is like, oh, someone wants to come in and they want to offer you all this stuff and you should go with them or whatever, because, like I said, I'm not trying to lead anybody to the slaughterhouse. I give both scenarios. You apply it however you feel is in your highest and best. And it says it's a big responsibility reading cards here. I feel like everybody's mom trying to give them solid advice. Creating foundations that are long lasting. Again, thinking long term shows how family is important. Roots, a support system. Knowing that you need a constant approach in order to achieve success that will last the test of time. So again, consistency, not complacency, right? As I was talking about again, those are how those people every single day, they're honing their craft, they're doing something to become better and better and better and to learn more. Again, it's one thing to talk about, oh, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that, or whatever, but we're not really taking any steps towards that. And like I said, hey, I feel you, which is why I'm actually planning on taking a hiatus so that I can finish my studies, but I'll make a video on that. So I can finish my book, so I can get ready to launch my tarot deck next year. Like I need to focus on broader things here. Like I said, but I'll make a thing about that. Now, when I asked here, how come the 10 of Pentacles, we got the 4 of Cups in the reverse. So obviously we're dissatisfied, we're bored, we're not happy with what we got. And we know that we need to put in some work and effort to get what we want here. However this falls for you, work, career, whatever it is, stability, to say the least. This is also somebody who might feel like they missed an opportunity. For those masculines who, again, jumped into something that ended up blowing up in their face, because no matter where you go, there you are. Maybe they're realizing their issues and having regrets, and, that situation ended for whatever reason. I said some of them might have figured out their bullshit and kicked them to the curb, and now they're trying to come back over here and be like, oh, will this one be long term? Maybe I missed an opportunity. Maybe I chose the wrong one. So like I said, check people's motives. You know what I'm saying? Missed opportunities, being aloof, stubborn, ungrateful, self-absorbed, depressed, selfish, afraid to reach out, nursing wounds from bad relationships, self-imposed isolation. That's why we had the hermit there. Some people are needing to get out of the hermit mode and in the lowest and start focusing on their long-term goals and happiness or whatever they're looking to achieve. Get out of our heads with the 5 of Wands there. Focus again on what you want for yourself. What can I bring, manifest in the new year, right? This is somebody also who could be only concerned with their own troubles, neglecting the needs of others. So again, for some of those masculines that were in codependent situations, in relationships for the wrong reasons, using that person as a means to an end. So only concerned about, again, their own interests, neglecting, the interests of the other person. It's also about detachment or need to look at what's being offered. So again, for some, you might have an opportunity coming in that you need to, again, take your time with, analyze, go over, and see if there's any potential for something that could end up, giving you this. Wanting more time to reflect on it again. Reminds you not to take life and others for granted as well. And also it teaches you that love will slip away if you don't nurture it. It also talks about want versus need. And again, learning to appreciate what you have when you have it. Not that now I know what I've got when it's gone kind of business. And it's also telling you, open your eyes about something, to realize something here. Now, this here is something that you need to become more open to receiving. So this is the Two of Pentacles. This speaks about, stop juggling, stop going around in infinite circles of karma, needing to drop something here and focus on what's going to bring you, again, stability, happiness. This is also about going with the ups and downs and flows of life, right? Needing to be able to handle unlimited problems, like needing to get a little strength in your step. Just step up to the plate for yourself. This is also about conflicting interests or need to balance opposing desires and interests to remain alert, agile, and patient, and to be clear on our priorities, to not become distracted. We're needing to think again the broader picture of our day-to-day life, not being so focused just in the past or in the woest or in our whatever it is. It's kind of like a buck up, buttercup. Say it, get the hustle on. If you want something, you gotta work with the universe. You gotta do your part, right? This also predicts change, weighing out, our options or possibilities of problems in the future, the pros and cons. It's also about needing to be flexible and be able to cope, again, with the ups and downs of life, to stay centered, to go with the flow. And why do we need to do that? Because of the Three of Swords. So obviously, when it talks about the ups and downs of life, it's, again, allowing for out with the old, the death and the rebirth to occur, right? Healing from the pain of the past. Three of Swords here, and we got Three of Cups here. Obviously, there could have been three-party situations, right? Third party could have been person was with somebody else, person left you for someone else, or you chose somebody over someone else that you're now regretting and wanting to go back to. It could be, one's own addictions or whatever it is. That could be the third party, drugs, alcohol, sex addiction, whatever it was that keeps you from becoming balanced in yourself or coming together with another person, right? So the Three of Swords obviously speaks about, betrayal, pain, heartache, and this is, we're needing to be able to, again, heal from that. Know that that's how life is. Good times, bad times, ups and downs. But we're needing to, again, focus on our healing. Start focusing on our future and what we want to build for ourselves. And finances is a big part of it. As well as, again, if we're looking to build a family life, a strong foundation, what have you. This is also a brief moment in time. Three of Swords, rejection, sadness, loneliness, heartbreak, betrayal, again, grief, separation. So again, some people might be separated. You got a little boat over here. There might be distance between people, right? So if people are feeling that distance, that loss, grief, or knowing that we're going to have to leave somebody. Again, for some people, leaving situations, you're having to deal with that. Broken relationships, again, sacrifice, follows the tough choice of the Two of Swords. So again, somebody made a decision, perhaps, or needing to. It's also about letting go of sadness. We're needing to let go of sadness, release it, accept our losses, and move forward. Again, go with the flow, ups and downs of life. And then here we got the Queen of Swords. What will come when you're more open to this? Male, female, doesn't matter. This could be us, or this could be the person that we're going towards. Again, if you're the masculine, what will come is an opportunity to face the Queen of Swords, to face the person that you hurt or betrayed and try to make things right with, right? Or this is just you, a male, female, again, doesn't matter, gaining some clarity, some wisdom, some discernment over your life, your situation, your choices, etc. There's also somebody, again, who's not easily fooled. So again, don't come with your bullshit. It's emergence and growth through hardships. So again, whatever side of the coin you are falling on there, you'll gain that ability, right? Emergence, like the phoenix, resurrection, growth through hardships, right? Learning to go with the flow of the ups and downs of life, healing from heartache, not missing opportunities to build something better or to come together with people, whatever it is, and learning how to get out of your own way, basically, right? Considers matters of intellect, clarity of mind, right? It has the mind's ability to soar above the day-to-day issues to arrive at appropriate solutions. This here was, again, talking about the day-to-day, right? How do I get through the day-to-day shit and keep hope alive? Mature intellect represents the ability to judge and discern impartially without the influence of emotion or sentimentality. So it's very clear in her thinking. Her, him, doesn't matter. Wants to know the hows and whats to make sense of things. Again, to have that clarity, nothing but the truth. What are you presenting here to be offered? Unbiased judgment, thinks with their head and not the heart. Facts and logics, tells it like it is, upfront and honest. Truth be told, blunt. So again, whatever it is, communicate clearly. Why do we need to communicate clearly? Because again, Ace of Pentacles speaks about opportunity. And then we have Three of Cups in the reverse. You had two cards come up. So again, financial opportunities, offers, excuse me, new beginnings for things. Talks about commitment, stability, laying the groundwork, marriage proposals, again, cohabitation, exclusivity, right? Again, getting engaged. This is the same kind of speaks about this. So I don't know if people, again, needing to face the the Queen of Swords here, because we're looking to make some kind of amends here, because we've realized what we've lost. We finally stopped juggling, made a choice. There was a third party perhaps involved, but we were getting out of that so we can make some kind of offer here. This is what you're meaning, you're looking to manifest for yourself, getting over something if you're not looking to go back to any past situation. This is just about you healing and moving forward and embracing new opportunities that come, and maybe not being so cold and detached, but a little bit more open to new things. Again, new beginnings, practical things, new investments, willingness for a new venture, something that should be accepted joyfully. Again, wealth, financial, Law of attraction, be positive in order to receive and manifest our goals. We need to introduce something new into the equation. Again, opportunities. And here, because we have perhaps stifled creativity, is the Three of Cups in the reverse. It also, again, stands for an affair, third-party situations, infidelity, cheating. It's also, again, about isolation and need for support. So, again, if we've been self-isolating, we're needing to perhaps get ourselves out there, meet new people that we can collaborate with, perhaps in business, or to meet someone new if we're looking for any kind of relationships. Feeling like we've lost touch with close friends. So again, this is friendship based or whatever. People might be coming back saying how they feel that they've lost whatever and that they're trying to reconnect. And again, making amends. And then we have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my God, I want to finish this. Because my reading's too long. This represents the next steps that you have to take, the leap of faith. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this speaks again about imbalance in work and family commitments. So we're needing to obviously get balanced. Figure out again where our commitments lie. First and foremost, this should be for your growth and development and betterment. Because again, we're needing to get our shit together before we entertain dealing with any new people or old people or whoever. So that again, that you have something stable to offer, right? This is someone who is feeling worried if they can be financially independent, neglecting oneself too much to care for others, being a homebody, again, somewhat isolated. We had a couple cards about isolated. I think that's more for the feminines. Needing to, again, seek social company, right? There's also a need to let others take on some of the responsibilities. Again, you can't heal someone else. Don't enable somebody else in their karma. Don't take on the responsibility of working hard on somebody else's issues than they are on their own. That's the other thing. I need to let others be accountable for their own shit, basically. Or we're needing to learn to be accountable for our own shit, considering this is the next steps that we have to take, the leap of faith. Because in the upright, it talks about, again, focusing on that pentacle. Like I said, drop it one, focus it on what you're building for yourself, or who you want to build it with, again, who you want to give to, grow with, etc., etc. And then why? Because we have the Page of Wands, or the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight. That's right. In this deck, the Prince is the Knight. The Princess is the Page. So we got the Knight of Wands. Ooh, yeah, Knight of Wands, flighty, in and out, unreliable, smooth talker, player type, who isn't financially stable, who looks, again, probably to be taken care of, bounces. It says, watch what you're dealing with here. Similar to the Fool, free spirit. It's also about change and new beginnings, having a passion for life. So again, if we're needing to come out of isolation, we're needing to, gain that zest, that passion for life again, try to tap into our creativity or whatever it is that's going to help us perhaps in our careers. It's about taking action. And again, if we're dealing with a person who could be coming and going as they please, watch out for them types. It's also about encouraging change. Just like here, surrender to change. Creative restlessness or wanting expression, or on the verge of discovery of a new phase in life. So again, this is kind of like whatever decision is made here. That's why you had the Lovers and the other spread that I did. Is the decision that's going to set you on a new course. You know, and every choice that you make, whether that's the people that you have or how you, again, how you're showing up for yourself, this is, we're creating a new, you know, new path, new mindset, new whatever, hopefully. Um, encourages you to express yourself and follow your creative urges. So again, career stuff, right? Beautiful creative visions that can bring change into the world. So depending on what your calling is, you know, it could be helpful to others. It's also the messenger of unexpected news. Now, then we have Four of Swords. How can you manifest even more successfully? Maybe it's we're needing to, again, still try to heal from the Three of Swords. So that means don't jump from situation to situation if you're the masculine. Looking for someone else to solve your stuff. Again, we have to heal before we deal, regardless, right? Taking a rest, meditating, figuring out what you want in the long term, right? Not rushing into anything, weighing out your options, being clear, honest with yourself and others, again, about what you want, who you're going to build with, how you're going to build or manifest for yourself. You know, get out of isolation, get yourself out there, into the world, you know, work on your craft. You know, opportunities await, but again, they're not going to come, you know, to the doorstep. Or they might, if the ex knows where you live. But again, you know what I'm saying? Four of Swords, again, there's a key issue that's dominating your life. A period of, so we're needing to look at it, heal it, and you know what I'm saying? Time to stay silent and active in order to build up your mental strength. Again, meditate, replenish your strength. Spend time in spiritual thinking. Again, that higher mind, time of contemplation. Use the rest wisely. It's also a sign to stop worrying. So if we're in the head all the time, the battling back and forth with our own thoughts, we need to just chill out, and clarity will come. Take a breather from the chaos. But again, we're knowing that we needed to deal with stuff here. Because we got Temperance in the reverse as the Y. So this is, again, not feeling balanced. Or perhaps, you know, unsure about if we want to come together with anybody. It's also about a lack of long-term vision. So maybe that's why we're needing to take a breather and kind of figure stuff out. Because right now it's like, I can't see this happening, or I can't see, but it's like, well, that's where I guess the leap comes in. But don't be foolish in our leaps. So maybe we're needing to take some time again to contemplate, to figure out again our long-term stuff. It's about, again, feeling out of balance or in conflict, creating stress and tension, and knowing that if we, you know, if we follow on a certain path, it will perpetuate this. So again, it's like we're needing to, again, not continue on self-destructive paths, right? Leaving the past and embracing the future. Lack of long-term vision and purpose, and a need for reflection, which is basically what this one is, what the Four of Swords is. Well, we need to figure shit out here. And then we have Justice in regards to the message from the higher self, source energy, spirit. So this again could be karmic justice. balancing the scales. Again, letting the old fall away and allowing for resurrection of the self, possibly in regards to some relationships, but again, showing up differently than you did before and making sure that other people are. And if they're not, and maybe you need to cut some people out again for I don't know the how manyth time. This again speaks about impartiality. Same thing here. Seeing both sides of the street. If people are coming back together and people are owning their own sides of the street, and being honest in their communication. But again, some people might be coming back and all of a sudden becoming forthcoming with all this stuff because they still have an agenda. That's why they say, take things slow. Don't rush into nothing that could end up being a trap for some, because again, that Seven of Swords was in the last one. Again, justice, fairness, truth, law. For some people, they might have gotten a divorce, right? Because they made a decision to try to go back to the person from the past. So they got a divorce of their current situation. Or maybe that person got tired of their shit and they're trying to come back around and says, watch how people show up. Fair decisions. You're being called to account for your actions and to be judged accordingly. So, whatever side of the coin you were on, and if you're the masculine, it's time to face the music, as they say, which would be when you come back to the Queen of Swords, they're trying to make whatever your offer is there. Actions that may have long-term consequences. Future actions that can change based on the lessons learned. Again, karmic justice. Whatever happens as a result of one's own actions and decisions in the past, you get what you deserve or what you put up with or what you think you deserve. And again, if this is the other situation blowing up in the masculine's face because they realize they were repeating the same thing just with somebody else, and again, maybe that situation ended because it was time to. It was probably a tower moment came in and says the universe says, all right, this has got to stop. You need to wake up to what your problems are here, and you need to work on them because time is a wasting. Logic that must be balanced with intuition. Again, logic, well-ordered mindset necessary to dispense fair justice. Logic that must be balanced. It's also about compassion. So again, if this is about forgiveness, making amends, if people can work things out to remain in each other's lives, however this soulmate was, again, friend, family, business, or whatever. Because on the bottom of that, underneath the justice, you had the magician. So obviously, it's like if you allow for transformation to happen within yourself, letting go of something and learning the lesson and moving forward and be open to meeting a new soulmate or a better experience, or dealing with somebody trying to come back from the past, or just somebody that you have to deal with again, because it could be you share kids with this person or a family member or what have you. You got the magician under this. So whatever choice you make, you have all the tools that you need to manifest the life that you want. But it's just about choice now. Making the right choice, doing the right thing for the right reasons, getting our head clear, taking our time in certain matters, thinking about what we want in the long term, focus again on our healing, our growth, our passions, our careers, whatever it is we're trying to manifest or change around for ourselves. Start to gain our confidence back, get out of the woe-is, start taking charge, right? Be the phoenix. Here we have the chakras that are needing to be dealt with. We have vanity, which is the throat chakra. And then we have despondence, which is it's getting dark in here now. I don't have any other lights on. Third eye chakra. So again, using our higher wisdom to make decisions or to speak our truth, or, getting out of our heads, our woes here. Despondence, by taking action, I found the road out, right? So by dropping one of these balls and facing the truth within myself or whatever, by making that two of swords decision and cutting my losses where I had to, I am going to allow myself a way out of whatever I was stuck in. Personal inquiry, in which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? And believing yourself and all of that. Knowing the path and walking the path are two totally different things. Key ideas: feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, and taking action. Again, taking action, change, right? Keywords: revelation, movement, and encouragement. So encouragement, again, keep going. Go with the ebb and flow, ups and downs, etc., etc. And then, boy, vanity. I need more, better, bigger. Yes, that will make me okay. So again, if we were operating out of the ego, not thinking about the long-term consequences of our actions, for some masculines, we're needing to see, again, what our motives and our intentions have been in regards to choices that we've made, reasons why we entered into situations, always looking for the better deal, never being satisfied, not appreciating, again, what you had. But for some, they are starting to realize what they had or what they lost, right? So this is, again, about needing to stop trying to constantly look for the next shiny thing, because we're afraid to step up to the plate for ourselves, thinking that something outside of ourselves is going to be the answer. But again, no matter where you go, there you are. You're the answer. You're the answer to your own stuff. You can't expect somebody else to solve all your problems. That's taking the easy route out, and it doesn't work. The karma, the universe won't allow you to keep skating. It's going to give you tower moments, and it's going to continue to give you same scenarios, different people, until you wake up. Inspiration message: we all say we will stop when we've had enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside of yourself for validation, again. And this includes for the feminines who've been sitting around waiting to be recognized and valued and all the stuff from people that were liars, cheaters, users, abusers, narcissists, F-boys, homosexuals, what have you. And it's needing to, again, learning to know your own worth and value and stop waiting for someone else to give that to you. It needs to be found within. So the ego on both sides of the coin there, showing the negative aspects of both kind of scenarios. The one who's constantly chasing and the one who's constantly, running running away from themselves and trying to run towards, bigger and better all the time, and not appreciating what they had, and those that keep chasing after people that keep running. Personal inquiry: am I feeling disconnected from many people in my life? Am I growing away from limiting relationships? Well, we should hope so. Anything that's limiting you or holding you back, you need to grow away from. And if you are feeling isolated or disconnected from life, or from embracing healthy relationships, we're needing to not do that. Don't miss opportunities to be with people that genuinely care and like to spend time with you and stuff, because you're focused on someone who doesn't. Keywords: faith, awareness, and transformation. you know. Key ideas: environmental tension, living in illusion, self-doubts, power to change, lesser companions. As again, that Seven of Swords, don't surround yourself with lesser companions. Empty conversations, again, people that talk a lot of talk but don't walk the walk. Empty promises, empty conversations, meaningless bullshit. So again, getting clear and honest with ourselves about, again, what we want to manifest in the long term. What's going to be for our highest and best, what's going to bring us stability and happiness. Not settling for less than, not being less than what we can be, right? And then here you have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So again, masculines, feminines, this is part of the financial karma that many have that we're needing to focus on. And again, if you're a twin flame or something, you might have something that you came here to do. It's not just about the relationship, because with or without the soulmate, the twin flame, it's you still have a mission. You still have your own karma. You still have something you're meant to do here. So while it's, can't lose focus on the main thing. Then we have here, pay attention to the red flags, the signs of caution in you. So that's whether pay attention to the red flags in regards to shady people coming around with shady offers, or pay attention to the red flags in regards to, our intuition, however we're being guided here to be future looking and future forward moving and all of that stuff. And then lastly, the reality checks or the lessons that we're needing to take into the new year, right? The wisdom and the lessons. What the hell are you waiting for? It's time to take action. You are a co-creator with the universe. Don't just coast. Get the let out. Procrastination never pays. Whatever it is you are putting off, it's time to address it. If everywhere you go there's a problem, guess what? I'm sure you've heard the saying, no matter where you go, there you are. This is the truth. You can't run from yourself. Something within you needs to be addressed. It's time to acknowledge repetitive patterns, toxic behaviors, etc., that are causing problems in your life and perhaps in the lives of others. You know what I'm saying? That's what this one talked about here. Patterns, behaviors, self-destructive behaviors, and leaving destruction in our wake. See it, believe it, achieve it. Whatever you focus on increases. So if you focus on the negative, that would be a reality. If you focus on your betterment, the same applies. So if you want better, be better. As within, so without. With positive intentions, thoughts, effort, and consistency, anything is possible. You can do it. Ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power. Ignorance may be bliss, but only for so long. Eventually, you need to wise up for your own growth and healing. Once you know better, do better. It's all about the lessons. Become enlightened. Drop that zero and get with a hero. You can do better than what you are settling for. We get what we allow and what we feel we deserve. Know your worth. So for some, don't be entertaining people that shady and will always be shady. And this is also for people, even in regards to yourself. Stop acting like a zero. Become your own hero. You can do better than what you're settling for being. Not showing up for yourself. You get what you allow. You got no one to blame for your circumstances except for yourself due to your own choices, actions, behaviors, whatever it is. And a lot of us, again, this is childhood wounding. This is a pattern that we're needing to break. This is a program that we're needing to cancel, clear, delete, and reboot. A new way of thinking, including ourselves and what we want and what we deserve. Stepping up to the plate, know your worth. So either way, whether it's dropping somebody who's, again, acting that way or dropping being that way. Again, you got to be your own hero. Don't let yourself be a casualty in the war that another is having within themselves. And if the war is within you, don't leave casualties, right? The moral of the story is healing is good for everyone. As I said, whatever side of the coin you're on there, it's about, you know what I'm saying? And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you're going through. Again, please like, subscribe, share. I hope this, helped you out a bit. And, let's get crack-a-lacking for the new year, people. And I didn't know it was going to be this long, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's free. So there you go. Take care. Bye-bye.